The smell hit me first. A rich, spicy aroma heavy with crayfish and goat meat wafting from Amaka's mother's kitchen. It was the smell of home for most Nigerians. For me, it was the smell of impending doom. I stood at the doorway of Mama Ngozi's Surulere apartment, my heart doing a nervous dance against my ribs. Amaka squeezed my hand. "You got this, Chidi. Just be yourself." I loved her for trying, but myself was currently a sweating wreck, terrified of a pot of stew. This was not just any dinner. This was the meet the parents, seriously dinner. Mama Ngozi, Amaka's mother, was a force of nature. A retired matron, known for her sharp tongue and even sharper culinary skills. And her signature dish? Ofe Nsala, white soup, my nemesis. It was not that I did not like Nigerian food. I loved jollof rice. Suya was life. But Ofe Nsala, specifically with certain types of strong-smelling spices and gamey meats, brought back a childhood nightmare. Food poisoning so severe it had left me with a lifelong aversion. Inside, the living room hummed with family chatter. Amaka's siblings, Nkechi and Segun, greeted me warmly. But my gaze kept drifting to the dining table. A mountain of pounded yam. And that pot! It radiated danger. Mama Ngozi emerged, resplendent in a vibrant Ankara dress, her smile wide but her eyes scrutinizing. "Chidi, welcome, my son. Sit, sit. You must be hungry." My mouth went dry. "Yes, Ma. Thank you, Ma." Dinner was served. Mama Ngozi, with an almost ceremonial flourish, spooned generous portions of Ofe Nsala onto everyone's plate. The rich, peppery steam rose, carrying the very scent that made my stomach churn. I forced a smile, my hands clammy. Amaka nudged me under the table. She knew. She had always made excuses for me before, diverting attention, ensuring I had eaten earlier or was not feeling too well. But this was her mother's house, and her mother's special dish. There was no escape. I took a deep breath. "Pretend, Chidi. Just pretend." I tore off a small piece of pounded yam, dipped it into the soup. The first taste. A wave of nausea. The specific earthy bitterness of the utazi leaves combined with the strong scent of smoked fish and something else, something gamey. It was exactly as I remembered from my childhood trauma. My throat tightened. I swallowed, forcing it down, a cold sweat breaking out on my forehead. Mama Ngozi watched me like a hawk. "Chidi, my son, how is it? My Ofe Nsala is special, you know. Everyone loves it. It is my secret recipe." Her tone was playful, but there was an expectation in her eyes. I managed a weak, "It is very nice, Ma. Very rich." I tried to keep my voice steady. She beamed, then looked at my plate. "Ah, you have only taken a little. You must be shy. Finish that. I will give you more." More. The word echoed in my head like a death knell. My stomach lurched. Amaka tried to intervene. "Mama, Chidi ate a big lunch. He told me he was not very hungry." Mama Ngozi waved her hand. "Nonsense, Amaka. A man needs strength. This is good food. My son-in-law-to-be must eat well." The son-in-law-to-be part made my heart flutter with warmth and then sink with dread. The pressure was immense. This was not just about food, it was about acceptance, about respect. I tried another bite. This time, the gamey scent was stronger. My gag reflex kicked in hard. I coughed, nearly spitting it out. I quickly swallowed, clutching my throat. Segun, Amaka's younger brother, chuckled. "Omo, Chidi, wetin happen? Mama's food too spicy for you?" And Kichi joined in, laughing. Or maybe he is just shy to eat in front of us. The innocent jokes felt like daggers. They did not understand the deep, almost phobic reaction I was having. Mama Ngozi's smile faded. Her eyes narrowed. "Chidi, is there a problem? You do not like my cooking? You think it is not good enough?" Her voice dropped, taking on that stern, matronly tone. The room fell silent. Even the distant hum of a generator from outside seemed to fade. This was it, the moment of truth. My palms were sweating, my stomach cramping. "No, Ma. Not at all, Ma," I stammered, trying to find the right words. "It is just, I have a very sensitive stomach, Ma, from a childhood incident. I cannot handle some strong spices. It is not your cooking, Ma. It is me." My voice was barely a whisper. I felt like a child, trying to explain why I did not want to eat my vegetables. But this was so much more. This was a deep-seated aversion, a lingering trauma. Mama Ngozi stared at me for a long moment. Her face hardened. "Sensitive stomach? My food has made people strong, Chidi, grown men. And you, a young man, call it too strong? This is disrespect. Are you saying my food will make you sick?" Her voice rose slightly. Amaka quickly jumped in. "Mama, no! Chidi does not mean it like that. It is just a long story." But Mama Ngozi cut her off with a glare. The atmosphere was thick, heavier than the Lagos traffic outside. Mama Ngozi picked up the plate of ofe insala. "Fine. If my food is not good enough for you, Chidi, then you do not have to eat it." She placed the plate back on the serving dish with a soft clatter that echoed like a thunderclap. Her eyes, usually warm, were cold. "But understand this. Respect is like food. You either take it or you leave it. And if you leave it, do not expect to be fed at this table again." Her words hit me like a physical blow. Not just the food. My place at her table. My future with Amaka. All hinged on a bowl of soup. The silence was deafening. I felt a knot of anger and humiliation tighten in my gut. How could a simple preference, a genuine phobia, be twisted into such a profound act of disrespect? I stood up abruptly. The chair scraped loudly against the tiled floor. "Mama Ngozi, I am sorry," I said, my voice shaky but firm. "I truly am. But I cannot eat something that makes me sick, and if that means I am disrespectful, then I do not know what to say." I turned to Amaka, her face a mask of distress. "Amaka, I need to go." Without another word, I walked out, the shocked silence of the family trailing behind me. I heard Amaka call my name, but I kept walking, out of the apartment, down the stairs, and into the chaotic embrace of the Surulere evening. The humid Lagos air felt cool against my burning cheeks. I hailed a passing danfo, the conductor shouting its destination, oblivious to my internal turmoil. Days turned into a painful blur. Amaka called, her voice strained. Mama Ngozi refused to speak to her about me. The ofe insala incident had become a chasm between us. I was labeled disrespectful, ungrateful, too proud to eat a mother's food. I tried to explain my childhood trauma to Amaka again. She listened, her voice softer this time. "I understand, Chidi, truly. But Mama, she sees it differently. She sees a challenge to her love, to her tradition." The cultural gap felt like an ocean. It was not just my phobia against a dish, it was my individual truth, crashing against the communal expectation of a Nigerian family. I realized that sometimes even our deepest, most personal boundaries can be seen as an affront, especially when love and tradition are involved. Amaka and we were still together, but the incident left a raw wound. It taught me that in a society where respect and tradition are paramount, individual preferences, especially around food, can carry unexpected weight. My cursed delicacy, ofe insala, was not just a meal. It became a harsh lesson in love, cultural sensitivity, and the sometimes brutal reality of trying to belong. We still have a long way to go, Amaka and I. But maybe, just maybe, understanding each other's hidden battles is the first step